Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 12 lowest complaint cruiser motorcycles of 2026. Number 12, Kawasaki Eliminator. The Kawasaki Eliminator is still one of the newest cruisers on the market, yet owner feedback has been surprisingly consistent. Instead of seeing forums filled with recurring faults or expensive repair stories, most discussions revolve around people simply enjoying the motorcycle. That alone says a lot in today's market. Its 451cc parallel twin engine has proven to be smooth, predictable, and free from the kinds of issues that usually dominate owner groups. Complaints about excessive vibration, overheating, or constant trips back to the dealership are notably rare, giving buyers more confidence than many expected from a relatively new model. Owners also appreciate that the Eliminator doesn't develop annoying day-to-day problems. Electrical gremlins, poor fit and finish, rattling body panels, and frustrating reliability quirks are simply not common talking points. Instead, the motorcycle has earned praise for feeling solid and dependable from the start. Routine maintenance is straightforward, ownership costs remain reasonable, and most riders report that the motorcycle simply gets on with the job without creating unnecessary headaches. That's exactly the kind of experience cruiser buyers are looking for. The Kawasaki Eliminator earns its place on this list because owners spend far more time recommending it than complaining about it, making it one of the lowest complaint cruisers you can buy in 2026. Number 11, Honda Rebel 1100. The Honda Rebel 1100 has more technology than most cruisers in its class, which normally means more opportunities for owners to complain. Surprisingly, that's not what has happened. Spend time reading owner forums and long-term reviews and you'll notice the same pattern. There simply aren't many recurring problems being reported. Its 1084cc parallel twin engine has earned praise for being smooth, dependable, and remarkably trouble-free. Owners rarely complain about mechanical failures, excessive oil consumption, or reliability concerns, allowing the motorcycle to build a reputation that matches Honda's long-standing standards. Just as importantly, the Rebel 1100 avoids many of the smaller annoyances that often frustrate cruiser owners. Persistent electrical faults, poor build quality, random warning lights, and recurring warranty visits are not common topics among long-term owners. The Honda Rebel 1100 belongs on this list because owners consistently have far more good things to say than bad, making it one of the lowest complaint cruiser motorcycles available in 2026. Number 10, Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. The Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 has exceeded expectations in one important area: owner satisfaction. Considering the brand's mixed reputation from years ago, many riders expected to see recurring complaints after launch. Instead, the Super Meteor has earned a reputation for giving owners surprisingly little to criticize. Its 648cc parallel twin engine has proven to be one of Royal Enfield's strongest achievements. Owners regularly praise its smooth operation and dependable performance, while complaints about engine reliability, overheating, or major mechanical failures remain relatively uncommon compared to many motorcycles in the same price range. The motorcycle also avoids many of the smaller frustrations that often lead to unhappy owners. Reports of persistent electrical issues, loose components, poor paint quality, or frequent warranty repairs are far less common than many buyers initially expected. Most discussions center on comfort, touring, and enjoying the ride rather than solving problems. Routine maintenance is uncomplicated, servicing costs remain reasonable, and the motorcycle has shown itself to be a dependable long-term companion when properly maintained. That kind of ownership experience naturally keeps complaint levels low. The Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 earns its place on this list because it has quietly become a cruiser that owners spend far more time recommending than criticizing, which is exactly what every buyer hopes for in 2026. Number 9, Honda Shadow Aero. The Honda Shadow Aero has earned one of the cleanest ownership reputations in the cruiser world because recurring complaints are remarkably uncommon. While many motorcycles develop well-known problem areas over time, The Shadow Arrow has quietly built a loyal following by giving owners very little to criticize after thousands of miles on the road. Its 745cc V-twin engine has been proven over many years and is widely respected for its durability. Owners rarely report major mechanical failures, overheating issues, excessive oil consumption, or expensive engine repairs. Instead, the motorcycle has become known for starting reliably, running smoothly, and delivering dependable performance year after year. Another reason complaint levels remain so low is the absence of the little issues that often frustrate riders. Persistent electrical problems, poor fit and finish, recurring warranty claims, and frequent dealership visits simply aren't common topics among Shadow Arrow owners. Most discussions revolve around maintenance tips, road trips, and how long they've managed to keep the motorcycle running. The Honda Shadow Arrow earns its place on this list because it has consistently delivered the kind of dependable, drama-free ownership experience that leaves riders with almost nothing to complain about, even after years of regular use. Number 8. Yamaha Bolt. The Yamaha Bolt doesn't generate much drama among owners, and that's exactly why it belongs on this list. Browse owner groups or long-term reviews and you'll find very few recurring complaints. Instead of discussing expensive repairs or frustrating faults, most riders talk about putting miles on the bike without giving reliability a second thought. Its 942cc V-twin engine has built an excellent reputation for durability. Owners rarely report serious mechanical failures, excessive oil consumption, or recurring engine problems. Even riders who rack up high mileage often describe the Bolt as a motorcycle that simply keeps running with basic maintenance. The Bolt also avoids many of the annoying issues that can spoil the ownership experience. Persistent electrical gremlins, poor build quality, rattling components, and frequent warranty claims are not common talking points. That consistency has helped it earn the trust of riders looking for a dependable cruiser rather than one filled with surprises. Another reason complaint levels remain so low is the motorcycle's straightforward design. It isn't overloaded with unnecessary technology, which means there are fewer things to go wrong over years of ownership. The Yamaha Bolt earns its place on this list because owners spend far more time enjoying the ride than discussing problems, making it one of the lowest complaint cruisers you can buy in 2026. Number 7. Suzuki Boulevard C50. The Suzuki Boulevard C50 is one of those motorcycles that quietly builds an outstanding reputation without attracting much attention. It rarely makes headlines, but it also rarely fills owner forums with complaints, and that's exactly why so many long-term riders continue recommending it. Its 805cc V-twin engine has been around long enough to prove itself. Owners seldom report major mechanical failures, recurring overheating issues, or expensive engine repairs. Instead, the C50 has earned a reputation for delivering dependable performance year after year with nothing more than regular maintenance. What really separates the Boulevard C50 from many cruisers is the lack of recurring ownership frustrations. Complaints about unreliable electronics, poor build quality, constant warning lights, or frequent dealer visits are surprisingly uncommon. Many owners also point out that the C50 ages exceptionally well. Even higher mileage examples often continue running reliably, which says a lot about the motorcycle's long-term durability and overall engineering. The Suzuki Boulevard C50 deserves its place on this list because it has earned a reputation for staying out of the repair shop and out of complaint forums, which is exactly what every cruiser owner hopes for. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Street Bob. The Harley-Davidson Street Bob isn't just popular because of its styling. It's also one of the few Harley models that consistently avoids generating widespread owner complaints. Spend time in long-term owner groups, and you'll notice that discussions are far more likely to be about customization and road trips than recurring mechanical problems. Its Milwaukee 8117 V-twin engine has proven to be one of Harley-Davidson's strongest modern power plants. Owners rarely report major engine failures, chronic oil leaks, or reliability concerns, and many riders rack up impressive mileage with little more than routine servicing and scheduled maintenance. The Street Bob also avoids many of the frustrations that can sour the ownership experience. Persistent electrical faults, poor build quality, and repeated warranty visits simply aren't common themes among owners. Another reason complaint levels stay low is its relatively straightforward design. Without unnecessary complexity, the Street Bob offers an ownership experience that feels predictable and easy to live with, which is exactly what many cruiser buyers are looking for. The Harley-Davidson Street Bob deserves its place on this list because it has quietly become one of the brand's most dependable cruisers, giving owners far more reasons to ride than reasons to complain. Number 5. Triumph Bonneville T120. The Triumph Bonneville T120 may look like a motorcycle from another era, but owner feedback tells a very modern story. Instead of filling forums with recurring faults or expensive repair experiences, the vast majority of discussions revolve around how enjoyable and dependable the motorcycle has been over years of ownership. Its 1200cc parallel twin engine has matured into one of Triumph's most proven power plants. Owners rarely complain about serious mechanical failures, chronic reliability issues, or recurring engine problems. For a motorcycle that blends classic styling with modern engineering, that level of dependability has helped build enormous confidence among long-term owners. The T120 also avoids many of the smaller frustrations that often lead to negative ownership experiences. Electrical gremlins, poor build quality, loose components, and constant warranty visits are not common themes in owner communities. Most riders simply follow the service schedule and continue enjoying the motorcycle without unexpected surprises. That consistency has made the Bonneville T120 a favorite among riders who want vintage character without vintage reliability. It delivers the classic look people love while behaving like a thoroughly modern machine. The Triumph Bonneville T120 belongs on this list because owners spend far more time talking about where they've ridden it than what they've had to repair, which is exactly why complaint levels remain so low. Number 4. Yamaha V-Star 250. The Yamaha V-Star 250 has been around for years, which makes its reputation even more impressive. If it had recurring flaws, owners would have uncovered them long ago. Instead, it has become one of those rare cruisers that consistently earns praise for being dependable, uncomplicated, and refreshingly free of major complaints. Its 249cc V-twin engine has proven itself over countless miles of real-world riding. Owners rarely report serious mechanical failures, chronic oil leaks, or expensive repair bills. Even older, high-mileage examples are often described as reliable daily riders that continue performing exactly as expected. The V-Star 250 also avoids many of the small frustrations that can ruin the ownership experience. Complaints about unreliable electrics, poor fit and finish, constant adjustments, or frequent dealership visits are surprisingly uncommon. That reliability has made it especially popular among new riders who simply want a motorcycle that works every time they press the starter. Its simple design is another advantage. With fewer complicated systems to maintain, owners spend less time troubleshooting problems and more time enjoying the ride, which naturally leads to higher long-term satisfaction. The Yamaha V-Star 250 earns its place near the top of this list because it has built one of the cleanest ownership records in the cruiser segment, giving riders very few reasons to complain even after years of dependable service. Number 3. Honda Shadow Phantom. The Honda Shadow Phantom has quietly become one of the easiest cruisers to own, and that reputation didn't happen by accident. Year after year, owner forums remain noticeably free of the recurring horror stories that often surround other motorcycles. Instead, most riders describe an ownership experience that is refreshingly uneventful. Its 745cc V-twin engine has been refined over many years, and owners regularly praise it for its long-term durability. Serious engine failures, overheating complaints, excessive oil consumption, and costly mechanical repairs are rarely mentioned, which has helped the Shadow Phantom earn an outstanding reliability record. The motorcycle also avoids the small issues that gradually frustrate owners over time. Electrical glitches, poor quality components, annoying rattles, and repeated dealership visits simply aren't common discussion points. That's one of the biggest reasons many Shadow Phantom owners keep their motorcycles for years instead of trading them in. Honda's reputation for solid engineering is clearly reflected here. The Shadow Phantom asks very little from its owner beyond routine maintenance, and in return it delivers a consistent, dependable riding experience that rarely creates unexpected problems. The Honda Shadow Phantom ranks this high because owners have remarkably little to complain about, making it one of the cruisers that consistently earns praise instead of criticism long after the purchase. Number 2. Kawasaki Vulcan S. The Kawasaki Vulcan S has built one of the strongest ownership reputations in the cruiser segment because recurring complaints are surprisingly difficult to find. While every motorcycle receives occasional criticism, the Vulcan S has avoided developing the widespread problems that usually dominate owner forums after a model has been on the market for several years. Its 649cc parallel twin engine has been thoroughly proven, and owners consistently praise its durability and reliability. Reports of major engine failures, overheating issues, excessive vibration, or costly mechanical repairs are relatively uncommon, giving riders the confidence to put serious mileage on the bike without constantly worrying about breakdowns. The Vulcan S also earns high marks for what it doesn't do. It doesn't develop a reputation for electrical gremlins, constant warranty claims, poor build quality, or recurring faults that send owners back to the dealership. Most long-term discussions focus on riding, modifications, and touring rather than troubleshooting problems. The Kawasaki Vulcan S deserves the runner-up position because it has earned one of the cleanest long-term ownership records in the cruiser market, giving riders very few reasons to complain and plenty of reasons to keep riding. Number 1. Honda Rebel 500. The Honda Rebel 500 sits at the top of this list because owner complaints are remarkably difficult to find. Browse long-term reviews, rider forums, and ownership discussions, and you'll notice the same pattern over and over again. Instead of talking about expensive repairs or recurring faults, most owners simply recommend the motorcycle to the next person looking for a cruiser. Its 471cc parallel twin engine has earned an outstanding reputation for long-term reliability. Complaints about major mechanical failures, oil consumption, overheating, or engine-related problems are exceptionally rare. Even riders who use the Rebel 500 every day often report years of dependable service with nothing more than scheduled maintenance. Just as importantly, the Rebel avoids the smaller problems that often frustrate owners. Electrical gremlins, poor build quality, constant warranty visits, and recurring reliability issues are rarely mentioned in owner communities. That's one of the biggest reasons the motorcycle continues to attract both first-time riders and experienced owners. The Honda Rebel 500 takes the number 1 spot because few cruisers have earned such consistently positive long-term owner feedback, making it one of the easiest motorcycles to own and one of the hardest motorcycles to complain about in 2026. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.